In the quiet suburbs of Chicago, where the streets are lined with maple trees and luxury cars, lived a girl who had everything, except purpose. Her name was Emily. She had a walk-in closet full of designer clothes, a private school education, and everything a teenager could want. But despite it all, something felt empty. At her elite high school, she began to notice things. A boy wearing sneakers with holes, a girl eating alone, wearing the same sweatshirt every day. They weren't just classmates. They were reminders that the world outside her bubble was very different. Curious and unsettled, Emily signed up to volunteer at a community center miles from her neighborhood. What she saw there would change her forever. She met kids with eyes full of hope and hands freezing inside torn gloves. They laughed, they studied, they struggled, and still, they dreamed. One boy, named Marcus, stood out. His shoes were worn through, his jacket too thin for the Chicago cold, but his smile, unshaken. That night, Emily sat silently in her room. The city lights flickered outside her window, but her thoughts were with Marcus, and the others like him. She realized, having privilege means nothing if you don't use it. She made a choice. Emily transformed her home's basement into a learning space, a classroom for those who needed it most. No formality, no judgment, just warmth and opportunity. At first, a few came, shy, quiet, unsure. But as days passed, that small basement became a place of joy, focus, and hope. Emily started sharing her journey on social media, not for likes, but to show what's possible when kindness meets action. Soon, donations began to flood in. Books, meals, laptops, and most of all, belief. People from across the country started believing in these kids, just like Emily did. Sarah, once too shy to speak, became a confident reader. Carlos, who feared he'd never finish school, started talking about becoming an engineer. This wasn't charity. It was transformation. Emily's spark lit a fire. The community joined in. Local teachers volunteered. Businesses donated supplies. The basement? It became a movement. As snow blanketed Chicago, the room stayed warm. Not just because of heaters, but because of something deeper. Care, connection, and belief. Emily's story reached the news, but she didn't care about headlines. Her reward was in every thank you, every test passed, every dream reignited. She once looked out that window and wondered what was missing. Now she knows. Happiness isn't about what you have. It's about what you give. Whether you're wealthy or not, you have something to offer. A skill, a voice, a moment of care. The real question is, will you use your light to brighten someone else's world?